Hello, and thank you for watching this May 11th weather update, brought to you by Agrible, the makers of Morning Farm Report. My name is Eric Snodgrass, and I am a senior atmospheric scientist and co-founder of Agrible. The 2015 plant season was in full swing the week before last, as drier conditions prevailed across much of the Corn Belt. Shown here is the progress report created at the beginning of last week. These numbers will be updated later on Monday, May 11th, but expect most of the Corn Belt to be nearly complete with respect to planting. Even the eastern parts of the Corn Belt are catching up, as the last 7 days were relatively dry for this part of the U.S. The widespread rain we forecast last week has given most of the new crop a great start. Here is a look at the last 7 days of precipitation, and as the 2015 crop emerges, this rain has been welcomed by most. There has been some localized flooding, but overall these frequent rains have been quite beneficial, especially in the drought-stricken parts of Oklahoma and Texas. Taking a look at the latest drought monitor from May 5th, we should expect to see some relief in the drought across Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. However, the West Coast and the Western Mountains missed out on this rain, which only adds to the ongoing water crisis in the West. As of Sunday night, here's an animation of the national radar provided by WeatherTap.com. The large low-pressure system that has finally moved out into the plains has brought flooding rains to parts of Oklahoma, Texas, and Arkansas, but in nearly every other location, the precipitation has been great for the 2015 crop. As I said, after a week of drier weather the week before last, repeated rain and thunderstorms these past few days will really help the new crop. Additionally, rain fell where it is needed the most in the northern parts of the Corn Belt in Minnesota. Notice too that on the northwest side of the system, there has been snow falling. Saturday and Sunday saw snow from Colorado to the Dakotas. With better than half the crop planted in this region, the snow and cold will impact yields. In addition to the snow, severe weather across the southern plains has been quite active as well. Here are the storm reports from the Storm Prediction Center for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And as you can clearly see, this past weekend has brought a lot of severe weather to the central United States. Although the 2015 severe weather season has been below average, the weekend reports will have an impact on some farms. While this is not considered a widespread severe weather event, it is important for producers in the regions highlighted here to check for hail and wind damage on the young crop. Looking ahead, the next 5 days will start with a significant cool down for the majority of the Corn Belt. A large cold front will advance east on Monday, and behind it, cooler weather will reside through midweek. This will impact the accumulation of growing degree days as the 2015 crop emerges, but expect temperatures to recover toward the end of the week. You can see that recovery in the temperatures here in the 6 to 10 day temperature probability forecast. Essentially, by next weekend, most of the Corn Belt is forecast to be warmer than average again. In terms of rain, Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas are under the gun to start off this week. At the start of this animation, we see a large low-pressure system that has been impacting the central United States finally push off to the east. Monday through Wednesday will bring soaking rains to the southern parts of the Great Plains, where several inches of rain are expected to accumulate. The issue is that this region was hammered this past weekend. We need to watch this area closely for the threat of floods. Parts of Illinois, Indiana, and Iowa will get a chance to dry out after Monday's rain and storms, but toward the end of the week, the precipitation in the south will push northward and once again impact the heart of the Corn Belt by the weekend. If you are planning field operations this week, it will be important for you to monitor tire pressure and choose the proper equipment, as soil moisture will be high for many regions. For your field-specific weather information, be sure to check out Agrible's Morning Farm Report and Tractor Time. These two services we provide are designed to enhance your productivity with detailed field-level intelligence. Well, as we close out this video, let's take a longer-term look. Here's the precipitation forecast for June through August as provided by the NMME, or National Multi-Model Ensemble. Notice how this forecast model is calling for above-average precipitation across much of the United States. This is very consistent with and correlates well with the strengthening El Niño in the Pacific. And while we will deal with localized flooding this growing season, the forecast for above-average rainfall bodes well for the 2015 crop. The only region I'm concerned about in terms of drought are parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Dakotas. This 3-month forecast may not capture the regional variability in rainfall very well, and the current drought in this region is forecast by many to hang on through the season. The June through August temperature forecast is encouraging, though, as near normal temperatures are forecast through much of the Corn Belt, with slightly cooler temperatures forecast for the southern part and slightly warmer temperatures forecast for the north. If any heat stress shows up in the long-term forecast, we will be the first to let you know. As always, we at Agrible will bring you the latest and best weather forecast information through our morning farm report, so that you can efficiently plan your operations. We thank you for your attention and hope you look forward to our next video weather update. Thank you.